At present, speculation is mounting within global defense circles that Azerbaijan may have dramatically increased its procurement of JF-17 Thunder Light multi-role fighter aircraft from an initial 16 units to a staggering 40, in a deal reportedly valued at $4.2 billion US. The aircraft in question are said to be the latest and most advanced iteration of the JF-17 family, Block 3, a 4.5 generation fighter co-developed by Pakistan and China and hailed as one of the most cost-effective combat aircraft in the current global market. I believe that currently, the cheapest 4.5 generation fighter jet in the world is the JF-17 Thunder Block 3. It is reported that the price of a single unit ranges between $25 to $30 million. And in my personal analysis, the reason why Azerbaijan has increased the number of its JF-17s will also be discussed in detail in an upcoming video. Friends, my channel had 32,000 subscribers and YouTube removed it without any notice or warning. My audience knows very well why YouTube took it down. I had worked hard for a whole year to reach 32,000 subscribers, and now I need your help to grow the channel again. Please share it as much as possible, like and subscribe. You all know that I create videos in a neutral way and always speak with proof. I truly need your support. Welcome back. Despite the intensity of reports circulating in both regional and international media, there has been no official confirmation thus far from the Azerbaijani, Pakistani, or Chinese governments regarding the alleged expansion of the order. But friends, this news has been published on Defense Security Asia. You can check it out there, and the link will be available in the description. If confirmed, however, the expanded deal would represent a historic breakthrough for Pakistan's aerospace industry, symbolizing its evolution from a domestic defense producer to a competitive arms exporter capable of winning high-value contracts on the global stage. The JF-17 Thunder program, jointly spearheaded by Pakistan Aeronautical Complex in Kamra and China's Chengdu Aircraft Industry Group, has matured into a cornerstone of Islamabad's defense diplomacy and industrial autonomy. And in my opinion, the Pakistan Air Force is the only air force in the world that has developed its own fighter jet. I think so. But if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. This potential mega order by Azerbaijan would not only amplify Pakistan's credentials as a serious player in the global arms trade, but also inject substantial economic momentum into PASI, enabling capacity expansion and advanced R&D investment. In stark contrast, India's indigenous Tejas program, though technically sophisticated, has yet to secure a single export client, with even its bid to supply the Royal Malaysian Air Force losing out to South Korea's FA-50 Block 20 fighters. Malaysia's selection of Korea Aerospace Industries, KAI's FA-50 over India's Tejas, highlights the growing competition in the light fighter market, where cost-effectiveness, operational readiness, and political alignment are key factors. Should Azerbaijan indeed increase its JF-17 acquisition to 40 aircraft, it would become the largest single export customer of the Thunder series and mark the largest fighter jet export deal in Pakistan's history, eclipsing previous sales to Nigeria and Myanmar. PASI's ability to deliver on such a contract would likely see increased assembly line activity, demand for local aerospace subcontractors, and the upskilling of a new generation of Pakistani aeronautical engineers and technicians. Azerbaijan had already officially inducted 16 JF-17 Block 3 fighters in 2023, with the handover conducted in a televised ceremony at Heydar Aliyev International Airport in the presence of President Ilham Aliyev. Photographs released by the Azerbaijani presidency show President Aliyev personally seated in the cockpit of one of the newly delivered fighters, inspecting its onboard systems, a rare gesture that highlights the strategic importance of the acquisition. According to an official presidential statement at the time, these fighter jets JF-17 Block 3 have already been integrated into the Azerbaijani Air Force, confirming that the jets are now fully operational within the country's military. These aircraft are set to replace Azerbaijan's aging MiG-29 fighters of Russian origin, many of which are now facing obsolescence amid rising maintenance costs and supply chain limitations exacerbated by Moscow's ongoing war in Ukraine. The shift from Russian to Pakistani-Chinese airframes signifies a broader strategic pivot by Baku, as it seeks to diversify its defense partnerships and reduce dependence on traditional suppliers like Russia. Now let's talk about why Azerbaijan has increased the number of its JF-17 fighter jets. Globally, any military equipment only gains recognition when it is battle-tested. For example, US fighter jets are widely known around the world because they have been proven in real combat. Pakistan has also used the JF-17 in operations against terrorists. I believe there was also an airstrike conducted in Iran, and Pakistan has carried out airstrikes in Afghanistan as well. Most notably, during the recent India-Pakistan conflict, Pakistan deployed the JF-17. It is reported that the JF-17 carried 2 hypersonic missiles and launched them at India's S-400 air defense system. You can see this in the video. According to Pakistan, 2 components of the S-400 system were destroyed. Satellite images are available for reference. Meanwhile, an Indian journalist claimed that one hypersonic missile was intercepted, but the other was not. You can see that in the related post. This indicates that the JF-17 crossed into Indian territory and carried out actual strikes, making it a truly battle-tested platform. In my opinion, this might be the main reason why Azerbaijan decided to increase its fleet of JF-17 fighter jets. Militarily, the JF-17 Block 3 introduces significant enhancements over previous variants, incorporating avionics, weapons, and radar systems drawn from China's 5th-generation J-20 Mighty Dragon stealth fighter lineage. Foremost among these upgrades is the KLJ-7A Active Electronically Scanned Array Radar, developed by China Electronics Technology Group Corporation, which provides the JF-17 Block 3 with vastly superior situational awareness. The KLJ-7A radar can detect and track fighter-sized targets at ranges exceeding 170 to 200 kilometers, and simultaneously track up to 20 targets while engaging multiple threats with long-range missiles such as the PL-15, a radar-guided missile with a range of 200 to 300 kilometers. Chinese analysts claim that the KLJ-7A is comparable in capability to the American ANAPG-81 radar found on the F-35 Lightning II, and the Russian N-036 Byelka radar used in the Su-57 Felon, marking a technological leap for a fighter in this price class. With its low probability of intercept mode, electronic countermeasures, and synthetic aperture radar modes for ground mapping and ground-moving target indicator capabilities, the KLJ-7A turns the JF-17 into a true multi-role asset. In terms of air-to-air armament, the Block 3 is designed to carry China's PL-10 short-range infrared-guided missile, which boasts high off-bore sight targeting and thrust vectoring, giving it capabilities on par with the USAIM-9X. For long-range engagements, the aircraft can deploy the PL-15, which provides it with beyond visual range superiority over most regional threats. However, media reports from September 2023 indicated that Azerbaijan may opt to integrate Turkish air-to-air missiles, namely the Gökdoğan BVARAM and Bozdoğan WVARAM, into its JF-17 fleet, signaling a multi-vector defense alignment involving Ankara. These missiles, developed by TÜBİTAK SAGE, offer NATO standard capabilities and reflect the deepening military-industrial synergy between Turkey and Azerbaijan, both of whom share strategic and ethnic ties. In addition, the avionics suite of Azerbaijan's JF-17 Block 3 fighters is expected to include Turkish-built components, further localizing the platform's support base and boosting its survivability against Western electronic warfare. This interoperability with Turkish and potentially NATO systems grants Azerbaijan unique flexibility in future joint operations and regional contingencies, especially in volatile theaters such as Nagorno-Karabakh. Ultimately, Azerbaijan's reported 40 aircraft acquisition, if formally confirmed, could redefine the export trajectory of the JF-17 program and serve as a template for future trilateral defense cooperation between Pakistan, China, and Turkey. That's all for today's update. Please subscribe and like this video.